We're live and we're back in action. I've had a 2-month hiatus away from you. My MacBook has been broken. I've been trying to get it fixed, but everything is difficult in Rio, but I'm back and I've got loads of information to share with you guys. So today what I want to talk about is the number one mindset to keep with you all the time, to keep you attractive to women and to make women attracted to you. So over the past couple of years, one thing I've learned, particularly being a coach, is that it's very easy to get carried away with your successes, right? I always think it's important to congratulate yourself on small successes. You go and approach a girl, congratulations. You get it wrong, doesn't matter. You did it, congratulations. You go on a date and the date didn't go so well. Congratulations. You stepped up to the mark and you actually went and did what you could. You'll be better for next time. All of these things deserve small congratulations. However, what tends to happen over time is that people who start seeing some successes, maybe you start approaching women and getting some good results. Some women start to like you. Your dates start going better and you start having little relationships and building proper relationships with women. What starts to happen is there comes this complex where you start comparing yourself to other people. You start thinking, I'm doing better than my friends now. I'm doing better than I was before, which means I'm better than a lot of other people that I know. I'm getting better. Now, this in itself isn't a negative thing. There's nothing wrong with acknowledging that you're getting better at something that you've been putting time into. That's great. However, what starts to happen, and I see it in a lot of other coaches actually, and it's something that I went through when I started coaching, is that the more results you get and the better you get, the more you lose the creativity, the curiosity, and the spontaneity that made you good in the first place. There's something we call beginner's mindset, which is this sense that everything's fresh and new. You're open to new information from other people. You're receptive. You are a sponge for new knowledge and new information. And when we start to improve, we lose some of that absorption. We lose some of that openness and some of that ability. Maybe someone giving you some advice or telling you something that a year ago you would have been super open and receptive to. Now you frown at them or you scorn a little bit because they don't know what you can do. Now I had a really obvious experience of this where one of my friends who is somewhat obsessive about his dating life, much more so than I ever am, was, or will be. He's a mythological creature in the way that he is always focusing on meeting women. And I remember one time he arrived in Brazil a year ago. I'm in Rio de Janeiro at the moment. He arrived in Rio, and this kind of skinny, cocky guy came up to him and started saying, "Oh man, let me tell you how to do it with Brazilian women. Let me tell you what Brazilian women like. I can teach you how to get Brazilian women." And I sort of rolled my eyes, and this guy kept going, and he was sort of schooling my friend, the mythological creature. And at some point it triggered me, and I just said, "Brother, you don't know who you're talking to, right?" And I started explaining this guy's situation. And afterwards my friend said, "Sam, you don't need to do that. I was learning. I was listening." And that reminded me that this beginner's mindset is what my friend has all the time. He never thinks about himself as being good with women or more attractive than others or more experienced and therefore a guru or in some position of higher wisdom or higher knowledge. He's always a beginner. He's always curious. And that's what keeps him sane. That's what keeps him open. That's what keeps him attractive. There's never an expectation. There's never a conflict with him trying to live up to the way that he was last year, or the way that he was yesterday, and be better. He's always thinking, no, I'm a beginner, right? I'm learning. I'm open. I'll take advice from anyone. If someone has something interesting to share, let them speak. If I'm with a woman, I'm not going to consider it as a done deal and I know what I'm doing and I can always get any woman I want. No, it's a complete lottery. It's a complete gamble every time. I'm just curious. Let me learn more. Let me find out more. And this beginner's mindset is what keeps women attracted to my friends. And in my life, it's what keeps women attracted to me. People know what I do. When I meet women here in Brazil, going out 3 or 4 nights a week. I meet a lot of people, obviously. I meet a lot of women. I have a very good dating life here. And I'm honest about what I do. I tell them I'm a dating coach. And the most obvious response I get is like, oh, so you must be amazing with women then. And I'm like, no, not really. Honestly, I'm just good at helping guys, right? So I always focus on the side of it that's I'm good at helping other people. And I never accept that I'm actually good with women or attractive to women or women are attracted to me. I don't feel ever in a position to say that because there's so many cases that contradict that statement. There's so many cases in which women aren't attracted to me, or there's no connection, or I'm just tired and I'm sucking on a day. And so to keep always this beginner's mindset of like, no, I have loads to learn about everything, I'm completely upfront about that, is the most powerful thing. Now, let me tell you a way that this manifests itself in real life. It's like if you're going around and you're walking around and you walk and your friends are saying, your friends are talking about like how to get women and teaching you something and telling you how to do it, or some people that you've just met, and you just stay quiet. You're like, oh, that's really interesting. Oh, thanks for the advice, man. You let everyone believe that advice is really important to you, and it is, right? You can learn something from it, but you never try and let other people know that you have some experience or that you're quote unquote good at something. Even if you do have a lot of experience, be open, be the listener, let them tell you, let them confide in you, let them treat you like the student, and listen with open ears and don't say anything. Don't try and offer any advice in return or tell them that you don't need their advice because you already get loads of women. Just listen openly. Let them believe that you don't know, you don't have any experience. And then what happens is when you're in a position to show what you know, still with the beginner's mindset, but you find yourself on a night out and there are beautiful women and you're the person that they were schooling, you're the person that's going up and having the conversations and introducing them to women. What happens is they have this wave of humility where they realize that the person that they've been schooling or treating like the student actually is probably a lot more experienced or has a lot more knowledge than them. And that's where that beginner mindset, the all-attractive beginner's mindset, becomes very, very obvious and overt, is when they see that all the time that they were teaching you things, that you were the person that had the knowledge and the experience, and that commands respect. To be an open listener to people with less knowledge than you and appreciate the advice that they're giving, and then to demonstrate instead of telling them that you actually have a lot more knowledge than they at first suspected, creates a wave of humility in them, followed by a wave of respect for you. Because you didn't need to say, I'm good at this. You didn't need to activate your ego and shut them down when they were offering you advice. You were the open book. You were the calm, humble presence that actually has more experience. And that makes people want to be around you. So this is converting a beginner's mindset that helps you become attractive to women and helps you to maintain the attraction of women, and it converts that into the respect from men. The other half, the other way of doing it, would be to tell everyone, oh yeah, I'm going out loads, I have loads of dates, like I know loads, I've read loads of books, I know loads about women, I'm really good with women. And then for you to go out and have an average approach where you get rejected and everyone to think this guy's just arrogant, he's cocky, he thinks he's good, but he's not. There is literally nothing to gain by telling people you're good at something or telling people that you get a lot of results or whatever you want, however you want to frame it. The beginner mindset is going to make women attracted to you, and it's going to make men respect you, and it's going to keep you youthful, curious, and respectful of the nature of this process. The impossible eventuality that you're going to know everything. You're never going to know everything. You're always a beginner. Every door opens up 10 more doors. You're always at the start of a new journey. Keep the beginner mindset. Stay humble. Treat every day as if it's your first time ever going out, meeting women and approaching. And if you're in the UK or Europe, why are you not in Rio de Janeiro? Everything's open. It's beautiful. Everyone's living life as normal. Brazilians are a strong breed, and they seem to be widely unaffected by this virus, particularly in Rio. That's no disrespect to the people that have died or are isolating or staying at home, but that's the way it is. Some people are affected by this virus. Many, many, many others have already had it, had no symptoms, are living their lives as usual, and life is beautiful. And I'm incredibly grateful to be in this city above all others. So if you're thinking of traveling to Rio, or if you would like some coaching or some advice online, drop me a message at admin@fluid.social. I'm back now. I will be doing more and more videos. I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys there. Thank you very much. Sam out.